Well, what do we have here today, guys? Gonna do a product review on a little jumper. I don't really know exactly what you want to call it. Like a 2-foot cord. It's got the 2 extra ends that come out, so that way you can use it for outdoor use. And that is exactly what I'm going to be doing with this cord. Outdoor and indoor use kind of thing. I cannot get that open. It is packaged so well that I cannot get this thing open for the life of me. That is how you open boxes within your pocket knife. So it is packaged rather well. Bring you in a little closer here. I went with the black one because it was cheaper and it wouldn't deteriorate as quick. I like how it's all kind of packaged up here real nice and neat with these little twist ties. That and the roosters are knocking at the door. Everything is just packaged all nice and tidied up here with these little, I call them bread twist ties. I don't really know the technical name for them, but you got your one end here that plugs into the outlet to a traditional 120 outlet, and then you got these other ends here that you can plug extension cords and stuff into. And they have these little, they have these covers on, which kind of sparked my interest when I was looking for a cord, because I don't generally like the ones that are just all open and everything. Like to kind of keep things, a little bit more clean, and that is why I decided to go with the cord that I did. I have misplaced my other one that I had, so I'm just going to take this little guy. I like the plug, how it kind of is a fat. Oh, is that gonna? Okay, that'll just have to go right like that. Okay, because that's how it's supposed to. So I use jumpers for my bucket water, or for my heat plate that I got there. And then you just take it and you wrap it around. Actually, you know what? I should go behind the post like that, up and around like this, blow all the dirt and the schmutz out of the end, and you plug it in just like that. And I got another heat pan I'll put there and plug that one into that one. So what I do is, with these birds, I went and filled this homemade bucket water this morning. I would let them drink out of whichever 3 they want, and then when it gets cold, hopefully that'll do its job, because it is plugged in up there at that outlet, and it'll do its job of keeping them heat plates all thawed out. So you guys enjoyed this short little video. I encourage you to go hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Morning, guys. Back with another product review. This one's kind of homemade. As in homemade bucket water. My grandfather made these for me. I have 2 of these. The other one is, well, I can actually use that one for a demonstration because this one is all full of water. And then we took, actually I can undo this right now for you. And show you just how we made this thing. What we did was we took a 5-gallon bucket and we cleaned it out really good. It probably is going to be needing a really good cleaning again, but it is 5-gallon. Don't really fill it that full because we took a T-post or a post or something, piece of metal, put it in here with a nut and a washer, and you can't really fill this one all the way full because she'll just be a leaking all over the place. And we took little pieces of wood and cut them because underneath here there is, I don't know how well this is going to be able to come out in the video, but there are little flappers underneath here, and the chickens move them with their mouths and get the water. There are 3 of them. You can buy these little nipples off of eBay. Okay, you can buy them off of eBay. Well, as you can see her doing it right now. That is how they get their water. We put these pieces of wood here to keep the nipples up off of the ground for when I fill this bucket water, and it has not failed me since. Now I do have these plastic waters, or these 4-gallon plastic waters that they got the red base that sits on the bottom, and you take this guy off, which is the plug. You take this plug off here, that take this plug off that keeps the water inside of this thing until you are ready to let the water out. And I don't really care for these things, how tight you have to have them to get a good seal, but any rate, they are an okay source for keeping your chicken water, or your water for your chickens, all thawed out, because these sit on them metal heat plates. Now, I know what you guys are probably thinking right now. You're probably thinking, having that metal on them, that plastic bottom, and the heat going up through is going to melt that. Well, no. It's not going to. I've used these same bottoms, you know, the red bottoms and the same plastic tops. I've used them for 14 or 15 years straight. Well, every winter. And I've never had that red piece melt to the heat plate. I've never had it happen. So I don't know if they're just, you know, being safety conscious or whatever, but it's never happened to me. And then what you do is you find your lid you took off, you gotta make sure you get a good seal on that, and then you can carry it like such. So then, what you do is, oh my goodness, that's got a lot of, that was on there kind of tight. What you do is you take that little guy loose, listen to the water come in, they will drink out of there, just like that. You take this cap, because I've lost the cap for this one, and then you repeat the same process. Take it off like that, fill it up, take it back in, put it back in here, and away you go. Here's another one that's stuck. Oof, these things, they have a way of working their way on, and they get on so tight that you can never loosen them very easy, which is why I'm looking for other sources of means of watering my birds. I have electric in the building, and I am more than willing to try something like this, but this is only a little, what, 3 gallon or 2 gallon poultry fountain. What my sister and her husband use for their birds through winter time. These things make such a mess, I feel, anyhow, because you have to unclamp it, and then once it's all full of water, the water does funny things to these sides. I will demonstrate. And then you go to put your top back on. Okay. Any rate, you go to put your top back on, and so you got your water in these. You know, you're carrying it along, and you go to flip it up like that, and it makes a mess everywhere. I like that idea that you can just plug these in, and away you go. You have water heated all the time. But I kind of want to get away from this right here. I kind of want to just get away from it altogether, because they're more of a pain in the, not as so much as setting the things on the plates. It's when you go to take this off, these will get frost all the way around them. You got to take it into the shop, into the heater, or near the heater, get them warmed up, and then you're on your merry way again. I want to try and get away from that. I just the less headaches, the better. Ow, and I just stepped on an egg by accident. Oops. Let that water run. I don't like how it's filling that one side. Should be filling the thing more evenly, taking... While it's doing that, dig all this schmutz out of here. I don't like how it's filling this thing not so even. I don't like that. But it'll it'll shut off when the water gets, you know, above there, and then it creates back pressure, pushing, and then the water kind of stays in there. I kind of just like to sit here and watch this thing, make sure for the first couple times that we don't have any leaks or anything. If we do, we have to go back to the drawing board, which it shut itself off. Good deal. So, we can let these things be self-sufficient. Go ahead and pull this one out of this group here, because they can just jump right up here and get their water out of there. I have seen them do it before, and they will most likely do it again. Now this one here, I can fill them all the way up to the top, because it still utilizes the factory handle on the side of the bucket, and I can just, it don't leak. I can just fill it up to the top, and it's the same thing as that other one. So they've got the little nipples underneath that enable the birds to drink from the bottom to the top, because what water enters the bucket at the beginning of the filling cycle will be the first to exit out the bottom. Now, before anybody goes and says, well, you know, they make them things every day, you just go to your local farm store. I know they make them. That is what is on the other side of the wall here, what my sister uses for hers. They went and spent probably 30 some bucks on a water, but hey, you know, it's their money, they can do whatever they want. I have homemade stuff, I might as well use it. I'm always looking for bigger, better ways to make this more easy, and that is where Amazon comes in for stuff like this. You know, I can just look on there, see what the heck's going on, just hit, you know, order, blah blah blah, and all that's done. It's shipped to me, where I don't have to rely on somebody that drives and inconvenience them. But with that being said, if you guys have any suggestions what I can do to get away from them kind of lids for when it gets like 10 to 15 degrees out or so, them things you might as well just call, they just weld themselves on, basically, is how tight they get. I kind of want to get away from that. If there's anybody that has any suggestions and or ideas, leave them down in the comment section below, or send me an email. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you next time.